The Shoshone, a Native American tribe with a rich cultural heritage, have inhabited the vast and diverse landscapes of the American West for centuries. The term Shoshone is derived from the Shoshone language, and it broadly encompasses several distinct groups, each with its unique traditions, dialects, and histories. The Shoshone people have forged an intimate connection with the land, adapting to various environments and sustaining their communities through a nomadic lifestyle. As the currents of time sweep across the pages of history, the voices of the Shoshone people risk fading into obscurity. Documenting and preserving the history of the Shoshone is not just an academic pursuit. It is an imperative act of cultural preservation. Through understanding their past, we gain insights into the resilience, wisdom, and unique contributions of the Shoshone people. This documentation is a testament to the strength of a culture that has withstood the challenges of colonization, displacement, and changing landscapes. The roots of Shoshone history extend deep into the pre-Columbian era, with their origin tied to the Great Basin region of North America. The Shoshone people, often referred to as the Snake Indians, were historically nomadic hunter-gatherers. Their migration patterns were influenced by the availability of resources, and they navigated the vast landscapes of present-day Idaho, Utah, Nevada, Wyoming, and surrounding areas. Tracing the footsteps of the Shoshone reveals a fascinating journey of adaptation to diverse ecosystems, from the arid deserts to the mountainous terrains. The interconnectedness of Shoshone bands is evident in their shared linguistic and cultural elements, providing a foundation for understanding the unity within their diversity. The arrival of European settlers in the 18th and 19th centuries marked a significant turning point in Shoshone history. Initial encounters with fur trappers and explorers brought about both cooperation and conflict. The Lewis and Clark expedition of 1804 to 1806, for instance, witnessed the Shoshone's pivotal role, particularly through the assistance of Sacagawea, a Shoshone woman. As European settlement expanded westward, the Shoshone faced increasing pressure on their ancestral lands. Treaties were negotiated, alliances formed, and clashes occurred, all shaping the dynamics between the Shoshone people and the encroaching forces of European colonization. These early interactions set the stage for the profound changes that would impact Shoshone culture and way of life. The colonization of North America had a profound impact on Shoshone culture, disrupting age-old patterns of existence and introducing new challenges. The spread of diseases, such as smallpox, decimated indigenous populations, profoundly affecting the Shoshone people. Forced relocations, loss of traditional lands, and the imposition of Euro-American systems of governance further strained the fabric of Shoshone society. The encroachment of settlers and the establishment of reservations altered the nomadic lifestyle that had defined the Shoshone for generations. The traditional practices of hunting, gathering, and communal living were increasingly threatened, necessitating adaptation to new circumstances. The resilience of the Shoshone, however, is evident in their efforts to maintain cultural practices and traditions despite the challenges posed by colonization. At the core of Shoshone culture lies a deep and profound spiritual connection with the natural world. Traditional Shoshone beliefs are rooted in animism, where every aspect of nature, including animals, plants, and landscapes, is imbued with spiritual significance. The Shoshone people believe in a spiritual interconnectedness that binds all living beings, shaping their understanding of the world and their place within it. Sacred ceremonies, rituals, and storytelling play vital roles in the preservation and transmission of Shoshone spiritual beliefs. These practices serve not only as a means of maintaining cultural continuity but also as a way to commune with the spiritual forces that govern their lives. The Shoshone's nomadic lifestyle is emblematic of their adaptability to the diverse environments of the Great Basin and surrounding regions. Unlike sedentary agricultural societies, the Shoshone thrived through hunting, gathering, and seasonal migrations. Their mobility allowed them to follow game herds, exploit seasonal resources, and navigate the challenges of varying climates. The teepee, a portable and easily constructed dwelling, was a central element of the Shoshone nomadic lifestyle.
Its design accommodated the need for quick assembly and disassembly as they moved across the landscapes.
The ability to adapt to different environments showcased the Shoshone's intimate knowledge of the natural world and their resourceful use of available materials. Family and community occupy a central place in Shoshone culture, serving as the bedrock of social structure and support. The extended family, or band, played a crucial role in the daily lives of the Shoshone people. Sharing resources, responsibilities, and knowledge within the community ensured the survival and well-being of all members. The communal lifestyle fostered a sense of interdependence, where each member contributed to the collective welfare.
Elders held a position of respect and authority, serving as repositories of cultural knowledge and wisdom.
The passing down of traditions through oral storytelling further reinforced the bonds between generations, reinforcing a sense of identity and continuity. The Shoshone language, a member of the Numic branch of the Uto-Aztecan language family, serves as a linguistic testament to the unique identity of the Shoshone people. Dialectal variations exist among different Shoshone groups, reflecting the historical migrations and adaptations to diverse environments. Despite these variations, the Shoshone language shares common linguistic elements, serving as a unifying force among the various bands. Shoshone is characterized by its complexity and specificity, with words often reflecting the nuanced relationship between the Shoshone people and their natural surroundings. The language embodies not only a means of communication but also a repository of cultural knowledge, encapsulating the worldview, values, and traditions of the Shoshone.
Oral traditions hold a paramount role in the preservation of Shoshone history.
In the absence of a written language for much of their history, the Shoshone relied on storytelling, chants, and ceremonial recitations to transmit their cultural heritage from one generation to the next. Elders, as the keepers of knowledge, played a crucial role in passing down the intricacies of Shoshone history, spirituality, and traditions through these oral means. The power of oral traditions lies not only in the conveyance of facts but also in the emotional and cultural resonance they evoke. Through narrative, the Shoshone people have maintained a living connection to their past, fostering a sense of continuity and identity.
The oral traditions also served as a communal experience, reinforcing the bonds within the Shoshone community.
In the face of modern challenges and the gradual erosion of indigenous languages, efforts to revitalize and preserve the Shoshone language have become increasingly urgent. Various initiatives, often led by Shoshone communities and linguistic scholars, aim to document, teach, and revitalize the language.
Language immersion programs, community language classes, and the development of educational materials contribute to the ongoing efforts. Collaborations with academic institutions, linguistic experts, and community elders play a vital role in these endeavors. The goal is not only to teach the language but also to instill a sense of pride and cultural identity among the younger generations, ensuring the survival of the Shoshone language for years to come. The artistic expression of the Shoshone people is deeply rooted in their cultural heritage, manifesting in traditional art forms such as beadwork and basketry. Beadwork, characterized by intricate designs and vibrant colors, holds a special place in Shoshone culture. Traditionally, beads were crafted from materials like shells, bones, and seeds before the introduction of glass beads by European traders. Shoshone beadwork often adorns clothing, accessories, and ceremonial items. The designs are not only aesthetically pleasing but also laden with cultural and spiritual significance. Each bead carries a story, reflecting the Shoshone worldview, cosmology, and connection to nature. Basketry is another revered form of craftsmanship among the Shoshone. Using locally available materials like willow, pine needles, and sweetgrass, Shoshone weavers create intricately designed baskets. These baskets served both utilitarian and ceremonial purposes, showcasing the Shoshone's skillful blending of form and function. Shoshone art is rich with symbolism, providing a visual language that communicates cultural values, spirituality, and narratives.
Geometric patterns, animal motifs, and representations of natural elements carry deep meaning within Shoshone artistic traditions.
For example, the depiction of animals may symbolize connection to specific spirits or reflect the importance of hunting in Shoshone life. Symbolism in Shoshone art extends beyond aesthetics. It serves as a means of storytelling and cultural transmission. Each piece of art becomes a visual narrative, conveying the history, beliefs, and experiences of the Shoshone people.
The symbolism in Shoshone art is a dynamic expression of their cultural identity, providing a window into the complexities of their worldview. The artistic expression of the Shoshone people has evolved over time, influenced by both internal cultural dynamics and external factors such as contact with neighboring tribes and European settlers. While traditional forms like beadwork and basketry remain integral, contemporary Shoshone artists have embraced new mediums and styles to express their creativity. Painting, sculpture, and mixed media art have become avenues for Shoshone artists to explore and reinterpret their cultural heritage in a modern context. The evolution of artistic expression among the Shoshone reflects a dynamic adaptation to changing circumstances while maintaining a strong connection to the roots of their artistic traditions. One of the pivotal moments in Shoshone history was their significant involvement in the Lewis and Clark Expedition, 1804 to 1806. The expedition, commissioned by President Thomas Jefferson to explore the newly acquired Louisiana Purchase and find a water route to the Pacific, would not have been as successful without the assistance of the Shoshone. The Shoshone woman Sacagawea, a member of the Lemhi Shoshone, played a crucial role as a guide and interpreter for the expedition. Her intimate knowledge of the region, linguistic skills, and ability to navigate diverse terrains proved invaluable to the success of the journey. Sacagawea's presence exemplifies the Shoshone's willingness to engage with outsiders and their contributions to expanding the geographical knowledge of the early United States. Beyond the Lewis and Clark expedition, Shoshone guides played essential roles in facilitating exploration and trade in the vast and challenging landscapes of the American West. Shoshone guides were sought after for their intimate knowledge of the terrain, resourcefulness, and ability to navigate through sometimes treacherous conditions. These guides played pivotal roles in opening up trade routes, establishing connections between different Native American tribes, and aiding subsequent exploration efforts. The Shoshone, with their deep understanding of the land, became crucial intermediaries in the complex web of interactions among various tribes and incoming settlers. The Shoshone, residing in a geographically strategic location, played a central role in the intricate web of interactions between Native American tribes. Their nomadic lifestyle allowed for extensive trade networks and alliances, influencing the dynamics between different indigenous groups.
Intertribal relationships were complex, encompassing both peaceful interactions and conflicts over resources.
The Shoshone, as skilled diplomats and traders, facilitated the exchange of goods, cultural practices, and ideas. These interactions contributed to the cultural diversity of the Shoshone people, shaping their identity and enriching their traditions. The arrival of European settlers in North America brought with it devastating consequences for indigenous populations, including the Shoshone. The introduction of diseases such as smallpox, measles, and influenza had a profound impact on the Shoshone population. Without prior exposure or immunity, these diseases spread rapidly, leading to significant declines in Shoshone numbers. The loss of large segments of their population due to diseases disrupted the social fabric and traditional structures of Shoshone communities. The impact of these diseases was not only demographic but also had far-reaching effects on the cultural practices, spiritual beliefs, and overall resilience of the Shoshone people. The 19th century witnessed a series of forced relocations and displacements that profoundly affected the Shoshone people. The establishment of reservations and the enforcement of government policies led to the displacement of Shoshone communities from their ancestral lands. The forced relocations disrupted established patterns of life, creating challenges related to the loss of cultural ties, access to traditional resources, and communal cohesion. The Dawes Act of 1887, for instance, aimed at assimilating Native Americans into mainstream American society by allotting individual plots of land, resulted in further fragmentation of Shoshone communal lands. This led to economic hardships and the erosion of traditional communal practices. In the contemporary context, the Shoshone people continue to face a range of challenges that impact their communities and cultural heritage. Socioeconomic issues, including poverty and limited access to education and healthcare, persist on many Shoshone reservations. Economic development opportunities are often limited, posing challenges for sustainable livelihoods. Environmental issues, such as land degradation and water rights disputes, further complicate the situation for the Shoshone. Climate change impacts, including alterations in traditional hunting and gathering patterns, add an additional layer of challenge to their way of life. Efforts to address these contemporary challenges involve a combination of tribal initiatives, government policies, and partnerships with external organizations. The resilience of the Shoshone people is evident in their determination to confront these challenges, often drawing on traditional values and community strength to navigate the complexities of the modern world. Present-day Shoshone communities are primarily located on reservations across the western United States. These reservations serve as the focal points for preserving and maintaining Shoshone culture, traditions, and community life. Notable Shoshone reservations include the Duck Valley Indian Reservation, Fort Hall Indian Reservation, Wind River Indian Reservation, and others. Each reservation has its unique characteristics and challenges, influenced by factors such as geographic location, historical context, and interactions with neighboring communities. These reservations play a crucial role in shaping the contemporary identity of the Shoshone people. Preserving and promoting Shoshone culture remains a priority for many contemporary Shoshone communities. Tribal leaders, cultural organizations, and community members actively engage in initiatives aimed at maintaining linguistic traditions, reviving cultural practices, and passing down ancestral knowledge to younger generations. Cultural events, powwows, and festivals are organized to celebrate Shoshone heritage, providing opportunities for community members to come together and share their traditions. Language revitalization programs, led by elders and supported by educational institutions, aim to ensure the continuity of the Shoshone language. Educational initiatives within Shoshone communities also play a crucial role in transmitting cultural knowledge. Tribal schools often incorporate Shoshone language classes, cultural studies, and traditional practices into their curriculum. Additionally, collaboration with external organizations and partnerships with academic institutions contributes to a broader effort to preserve and promote Shoshone culture. Contemporary Shoshone communities grapple with a range of socioeconomic challenges that impact their well-being and development. High rates of unemployment, poverty, and limited access to quality healthcare and education present significant hurdles. These challenges are often compounded by historical factors such as forced relocations, which disrupted traditional economic systems. However, Shoshone communities are also exploring opportunities for economic development and self-sufficiency. Initiatives such as tribal enterprises, cultural tourism, and partnerships with nonprofit organizations seek to create sustainable economic opportunities. The exploration of renewable energy projects, natural resource management, and collaboration with neighboring communities contribute to efforts aimed at improving the socio-economic conditions of Shoshone tribes. The Shoshone people possess a deep and intimate understanding of their environment, rooted in traditional ecological knowledge passed down through generations. This knowledge encompasses the intricate relationships between the Shoshone and the land, including the behaviors of plants and animals, seasonal patterns, and sustainable resource management. Traditional ecological knowledge is embedded in Shoshone cultural practices, reflecting a holistic understanding of the interconnectedness of all living beings. This wisdom guides not only subsistence activities such as hunting, fishing, and gathering but also the spiritual relationship the Shoshone maintain with the natural world. In the face of contemporary environmental challenges, Shoshone communities are actively engaged in efforts to address issues such as land degradation, water scarcity, and the impacts of climate change.
These efforts often involve a combination of traditional ecological knowledge and modern environmental science. Tribal initiatives focus on sustainable land management practices, reforestation efforts, and wildlife conservation projects.
Collaborations with governmental agencies, environmental organizations, and research institutions contribute to the development of comprehensive strategies for addressing environmental issues on Shoshone lands. The Shoshone are also involved in legal and advocacy efforts to protect their natural resources. Land use planning, water rights negotiations, and participation in environmental impact assessments demonstrate the commitment of Shoshone communities to safeguarding their ancestral lands for future generations. Shoshone perspectives on sustainability are deeply rooted in their cultural values and traditional ecological knowledge. Sustainability, for the Shoshone, involves a harmonious relationship with the land, where resources are utilized responsibly, and the balance of ecosystems is maintained. The concept of sustainability extends beyond environmental practices to encompass social and economic dimensions. Shoshone communities strive for self-sufficiency and resilience, seeking to balance modern development with the preservation of cultural values and the protection of natural resources. The Shoshone approach to sustainability emphasizes the importance of intergenerational responsibility. Ensuring that future generations inherit a healthy and thriving environment is a central tenet of Shoshone environmental stewardship. This perspective reflects a holistic understanding of sustainability that integrates cultural heritage, ecological wisdom, and contemporary strategies to address the complex challenges facing Shoshone lands. As we conclude this exploration, a call to action resonates for continued research and understanding of the Shoshone people. The depth of Shoshone history and culture demands ongoing exploration, both within academic and public spheres. Collaboration with Shoshone communities, respecting their perspectives and involving them in research, is essential for a comprehensive and accurate portrayal of their story. Further efforts to revitalize the Shoshone language, support sustainable economic development, and address contemporary challenges are integral to fostering a future where Shoshone communities can thrive. The call to action extends to policymakers, educators, and the broader public to engage with Shoshone history and culture, promoting awareness, appreciation, and advocacy for the preservation of their unique heritage. In the spirit of collaboration and mutual understanding, let us embark on a collective journey to honor the Shoshone people by preserving their legacy, celebrating their contributions, and working together to create a future where the vibrant tapestry of Shoshone culture continues to enrich the diverse fabric of human history.